Well, we got patch notes. We might as well just, like, put it straight to the recording and throw it up on YouTube for everybody. SDF is currently writing them in right now. It's starting at 1:30. Oh, dude, it's starting now. We're starting now. It's starting in 20 minutes. My man is early. For the first time ever, SDF is early. Holy shit. Okay, so 1:30 stops matchmaking plus 40 minutes. So 2:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time plus 6 hours is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be midnight-ish UTC will end up when this goes live. So we're going down now, dude. All services, including the website, may be temporarily suspended. Fixed an issue where Kobold's Calling would summon all types of monsters. It would pull wolves. Players could attack opponents through walls or floors. Players could sometimes levitate when using ladders. Improved detection, performance, and stability of Iron Shield. Flame effects for Torch and Roaster have been improved, so nicer fire. The way outlines are displayed has changed. Fighter's Breakthrough now ignores most movement blocks and movement slows for 5 seconds. Okay. Wizard's new Magic Lock has been added. So, Magic Lock locks doors and chests. Apparently, they made it work. This was on PTR and it didn't work on PTR. We'll have to see where you can, like, break it down. I'm guessing, like, if it's something that would destroy the door, it'll break the door down, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to open it. Maybe you could with a lockpick. We'll have to test it. Wizard's new perk, Spell Overload, has been added. Oh, dude, I wonder. This is interesting. Spell Overload. We'll have to see what that's about. This sounds like something that would, like, supercharge a spell, but would hurt you in the process, you know? Or it costs, like, 2 spell charges or something for, like, the next spell, but it does, like, 1.5x damage. Like, something wild like that, isn't no one SDF. Rogue Creep no longer makes footsteps when the conditions are met, but it also no longer increases movement speed. Okay. Rogue's hand crossbow mastery has been removed, allowing rogues to use hand crossbows by default. All right, so they removed the hand crossbow perk, so that's one of the 16. Tumbling animation has been slightly improved. Smoke Pot's range has been adjusted, which probably means it's been reduced. Ambush and Shadowrunner are now integrated, so Ambush and oh my lord, dude, the day of the rogue is upon us. So they get the run speed buff from Shadowrunner and the ambush damage. They're the same perk. Pickpocket and Hidden Pockets are the same perk. Lockpick Mastery and Trap Detection are the same perk. Silhouette is now... Okay, Rogue Silhouette is now visible when moving in stealth. So there's going to be some type of, like, refraction effect. You know, kind of like the Predator, it sounds like. Unless it looks like just a shadow, but I don't think it would be that simple. I feel like that would be too noticeable. So we'll have to see, like, what that actually looks like. Ranger's Chase and Enhanced Hearing are integrated. Ranger's new perk, Camping Mastery, has been added. Maybe that just means that you put down campfires faster, or they regenerate health faster. Ranger's new skill, Backstep, has been added. So they gotta... Oh my god, you're giving Rangers a jump back? Oh my lord, dude. This is... Why? Rangers don't need a buff. All right, anyway, Cleric Brewmaster now grants an additional 10 strength. Oh, shit. Cleric's new perk, Overhealing, has been added. Wait, does this mean that they get an overheal, like, shield or, like, extra HP that, like, degrades over time? Because that would be wild. Cleric's new perk, Holy Water, has been added. Cleric's new perk, Faithfulness, has been added. Bard's Encore cooldown changed from 30 seconds to 4 seconds. Dissonance range changed from 500 to 600. Encore is 4 seconds. That's interesting. I don't think that people are still going to use that, though. Bard's new perk, Fermata, has been added. Party Maker has been added. Warlock's Immortal Lament penalty has been removed. Immortal Lament had a penalty? Wait, what was the Immortal Lament penalty? Lose 5% magical damage bonus. All right, whatever. Warlock's new perk, Shadow Touch, has been added. Infernal Pledge has been added. Warlock's new skill, Dark Offering, has been added. I wonder if Dark Offering allows you to heal your buddies at the expense of your own health, because that would be interesting, too. Various types of new armor have been added. Various types of hunting loots have been added. Legendary grade crafted items have been adjusted to epic grade. So so you can make legendary, what was a legendary item is now an epic grade item. Increase the value of all random modifiers except for a few. You can no longer check for random modifiers before purchasing and crafting items in the store. So if you go to the Armorer, for instance, they have a service where it's like Ruby Silver Plate Pants, right? Or like Copper Light or whatever. All this stuff that says like 2 knowledge or 3 physical power, like all those random modifiers, is going to end up looking like how it looks on the Goblin Merchant, where it all says like, I'm sorry, on the Valentine, where it says unidentified. That's how it's going to look now whenever you go to craft something. But they're making the recipes cheaper, he said. So maybe that's a bullet point in here too, but SDF said that they were going to make the recipes less expensive. Solos, duos, and trios will be able to play a fixed map. Solos is GC 3x3. Duos is Frozen Mountain Ice Cavern. Trios is Forgotten Castle, Howling Crypts to Inferno. 2 new layouts have been added to GC. Okay, so now there's like 4 then total? because there was like, well, then no, there'd be more than that, because there was a normal variant. In the normal variant had like 2. The HR variant had 2, right? So now there's what, 6? 1 for each like type or something, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Some areas in the Goblin Caves where it was difficult to move between floors has been fixed. So they've given us more mobility between modules, like moving between floor 1 and floor 2, which was really needed because in certain areas it was bad. You had to go around like 4 modules just to get upstairs. 2 escape stairs from Ice Cavern have been removed. The secret doors in the crypt have been improved. Okay. Marvelous Chest is no longer locked. Well, that's interesting. The overall item drop rate has changed. We knew that already. They're nerfing the shit out of legendary and unique items. The way that SDF put it was, if you found a unique item at the start of the season, it's going to be like a unicorn. Like, it would end up being a Reddit post, and everybody would be like, OMG, because like they just don't drop. Assuming that the patch works the way it's supposed to. Adventure rank rewards are now given. You can receive it from the leaderboard page. There you go. So there's your adventure rank rewards start at the start. Quests have weekly activations depending on the chapter. Squire has been added to the merchant to help you easily change equipment settings. We saw that already. So Squire is this guy, where it tells you, like, if you're going to go into normals, it'll automatically identify items that can't go into normal dungeons. Or this guy here, where you can start off with your base gear and change what you want your base gear to be, and then like purchase whatever that is. I think, based on what they said, the quests at the start are probably going to unlock certain weapon availability on the other merchants, which then the Squire would end up having. An experimental version of training has been added. Training allows players to grow their level beyond 20. By reaching certain levels, players will earn reward tokens and learning tokens. Tokens will be available when the experimental multi-class system is updated in the future. Okay, so the learning tokens are not going to be available. Like, there's no multi-class right away. It's going to be added in a future update. So it's going to depend on how fast you can get through this stuff, I guess. This training and multi-class system is a completely experimental feature just for this season and will change completely in the future. Yeah. Death Cam was added. So they told us that they weren't going to get the Death Cam in, but the Death Cam's in. New emote blah blah has been added. Rock, paper, scissors has been added. The game package gift code system has been updated. For fans who have loved Dark and Darker today, we will provide standard trial gift codes. You can gift it to your friends. So that's a 10-day trial that you'll be able to give to someone else to try out Dark and Darker if they want to, which I think is a huge W. That'll bring in some new people. All right. Thank you for patiently awaiting wipe number 3. And I sent a DM. I sent a DM off to Terry and said, if possible, could you make it so the guys on the trial accounts don't have access to the marketplace? Because if you have a bunch of people that are getting trial keys, like let's say that there's 500,000 accounts, right? If everybody gets a trial key, there's going to be people that are going to be cheaty McCheat cheats, and they're going to end up getting trial keys, and then they're going to use the 10-day trials to cheat in the game and manipulate the shit out of it, and use it for RMT without any risk of loss because the keys are free. So hopefully they can curb that. We'll have to see. All right, anyway. Thank you for patiently awaiting wipe number 3. In this update, we've endeavored to enhance the game's systems based on diverse feedback, blah, blah, blah. The goal for this season, including preseason, is to last approximately 3 months. So we're not shortening it then, I guess? They were talking about making it shorter, but I guess they're not going to. We have tested various dungeon selection systems, chosen the optimal direction. We understand this choice may not satisfy everyone. However, as the team continues to expand and with the increasing number of players, we anticipate being able to select a direction that satisfies everyone. Normal games have established themselves as a space where early players can enjoy fair competition while also providing a safe space to practice. To achieve this, we're introducing the Squire. Random modifiers had a negative impact on the game last season. To address this, we made item acquisition and selection more convenient, but this inadvertently reduced the value of items and diminished the sense of excitement when obtaining top-tier items. We now feel like we have more systems and tools to help with these issues, so we've lowered the dungeon drop rates and strengthened the modifiers a bit. While it may not be the perfect time to test the multi-class system, we will introduce an experimental training system this season to explore the possibility of offering fully developed multi-classes in the future. We eagerly await your feedback. To encourage more players to participate in wipe number 3, we're launching a 30% discount on game packages. Okay. We've also completed a gift code system that allows you to give packages to friends, providing players who have played until wipe 3 with a trial gift code that allows them to play standard edition for 10 days, so please use it as you adventure through the dungeon. We apologize for not always delivering perfection. We promise to continuously improve the game based on your feedback and strive to make it more enjoyable. Thank you so much as always. And look, there aren't any like weird middle finger emotes anymore like there was last time. Nobody's flipping off SDF this time around. That's crazy. I'm about to throw hands with the dev that buffed Warlock. What do you mean, Glocktain? You get some new overcharge or spell overload perk. Yeah, so I mean, it looks good. This we're gonna have to see what all the stuff is. All right, because like they have like Warlock's got 10 perks, 5 skills, 13 spells, right? And like we got all the perk counts and stuff. So like Rogue had 16, so they got to consolidate that, because if they're starting to look at multi-classing, the idea would be is that you don't want you don't want one class in particular to have like a ton of dilution, because it makes it a harder gamba to be able to get whatever it is that you want. You need roughly the same amount of risk. You know, if you're going to gamba it, you need roughly the same amount of risk on every class. Now, obviously, there's not much you can do about the caster classes unless you don't choose spell memory, which, you know, people may not need to or might not want to. But since the multi-class system isn't actually in the game yet, or won't be for a little bit, it's not really something we got to worry about other than just, like, grinding out levels and trying to get, like, you know, whatever that you want your subclass masters and stuff to level up to so that you can learn stuff from them. You're just going to have to get that stuff leveled up, and we'll have to see how it goes. By the looks of this, it doesn't look as though the reward token thing is in the game either, which seems kind of weird to me, because there's no real incentive then for leveling other than like future potential of what the classes are going to do when you do the multi-class thing. I would have hoped that they would have at least kept the reward tokens in the game, in the patch, so that when they hit, you'd be able to use that, you know? It seems like it would make more sense to me to be able to use the reward token to get your item or whatever that you're supposed to be rewarded with as an incentive to keep like leveling your class or whatever. But, you know, maybe it just wasn't ready and they'll add them later. I don't know. Is Dark and Darker wiping today? Yes. Nothing about Arena. No. Arena is like in the future. Honestly, like unless they give us something like very unique with Arena doesn't make any sense to bother doing it all anyway. Because people, like a lot of people are like, no, I want an Arena mode so that I can play Arena mode. And then once they get that, it's going to happen like it happened with Tarkov Arena, where they're going to play it for 10 minutes or like a couple of days, and then everybody's going to get bored, and you're going to see the counts go like straight down. Like, no one's going to bother after that. Because they're just going to be like, all right, yeah, that was good practice, I'm out. They're just going to go back to playing the core game like everybody else did. It's going to have to be something unique, otherwise, like, it's going to be a waste of time. Late addition. Additionally, we've decided to lift the permanent ban imposed on users who exploited the invisibility potion bug just for this time. While our EULA stipulates severe punishment for abusers, we have not consistently applied this measure to instances causing direct harm to players, except for those replicating bugs. Therefore, we deemed this warning insufficient at this time. Moving forward, we will address all instances of bug, exploitation, or abuse causing harm to innocent players with consistent rules, and please be aware that repeated offenses may lead to a permanent ban. All right, well, I mean, that's good. At least they're getting some consistency with how they're banning people. I mean, I personally would have just left them banned. They knew what they were doing, but you know, yeah. The SDF is a forgiving God. You know, he's a forgiving God.